Quick announcement. I recently came across another creator who makes beautiful 3D printed deck boxes. I am not sponsored, I'm not getting a kickback or anything. I got his permission to post a link to his Etsy store down below. Feel free to check him out. After the video, of course. Welcome once again to Commander by Dana. Today's video came about after discussing some old cards with some of my patrons in my Discord. Specifically, Plow Under. I got inspired to build the meanest, nastiest Spellslinger deck I could come up with. One designed to copy Plow Under as many times as possible. If you're feeling sick to your stomach right now, don't worry. That response is normal. This deck is designed for one thing and one thing only: to induce salt in your opponents and drink up their sweet, sweet tears. Also, I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Leading our deck is Kalamx the Stormsire, a 4-mana 4/4 legendary elemental dinosaur. So long as Kalamx is tapped, our first instant spell each turn is copied. We may choose new targets for the copy. Additionally, whenever we copy an instant spell, we put a +1/+1 counter on Kalamx. But wait a minute, Danon. Plow Under's a sorcery. Why did you choose Kalamx as the commander? Remember, we're trying to copy Plow Under a whole bunch of times. Casting it one time, and then casting a copy spell like Reverberate or Twin Cast would mean it gets copied a whole bunch of times. Of course, there are other ways we can copy it a whole bunch of times, and I'll be going into that as we go through our deck list. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm going to be streaming on Musings by Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we're running Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Misty Rainforest, Scalding Tarn, Wooded Foothills, Windswept Heath, Flooded Strand, Bloodstained Mire, Ketria Triome, Breeding Pool, Steam Vents, Stomping Ground, Rejuvenating Springs, Training Center, Spire Garden, Dreamroot Cascade, Stormcarved Coast, Rockfall Vale, Hinterland Harbor, Sulphur Falls, Rootbound Crag, Hedge Maze, Thundering Falls, Commercial District, Scavenger Grounds, 4 forests, 3 islands, and 2 mountains. Not exactly budget, but not crazy expensive either. Our mana ramp consists of Stormkiln Artist, Wilderness Reclamation, Springleaf Drum, Relic of Legends, Entish Restoration, Goblin Electromancer, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Farseek, Nature's Lore, Rampant Growth, 3 Visits, Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, Mana Geyser, and Dockside Extortionist. If Dockside is out of your budget, consider running Harrow instead. For card advantage, we've got Archmage Emeritus, Big Score, Treasure Cruise, Dig Through Time, Rhystic Study, Unexpected Windfall, Eureka Moment, Factor Fiction, Quick Study, Teferi's Ageless Insight, Mystical Tutor, Worldly Tutor, Solve the Equation, Jeska's Will, Windfall, and Ethereal Usher. Believe it or not, Ethereal Usher is a key card in this deck. For interaction and spot removal, we're running Plow Under, Pillage, Stone Rain, Abrade, Beast Within, Return to Nature, Counterspell, Wash Away, Commit Memory, Narset's Reversal, Snap, Fierce Guardianship, and Deflecting Swat. A good mix of counterspells and spot removal. To reset the board, we're running Blasphemous Act, Cyclonic Rift, Chandra's Ignition, and Washout. Remember, Washout's ability is chosen on resolution, not cast. So unlike when you cast multimodal spells like Pillage or Abrade, Washout lets you choose different colors each time it's copied. Our Spellslinger package consists of Arcane Bombardment, Thousand Year Storm, Double Vision, Swarm Intelligence, Twinning Staff, Veyron Voice of Duality, Dualcaster Mage, Expansion Explosion, Reverberate, Twin Cast, and Return the Favor. Supporting our plan, we've also got Ancient Bronze Dragon, Sage of Hours, Nexus of Fate, Ral Storm Conduit, and Sorceress Squall. Lots of fun shenanigans. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 34 lands and 16 pieces of ramp. Right on target. 16 pieces of card advantage. 13 pieces of interaction. 4 board wipes. 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Scavenger Grounds, Return to Nature, and Commit Memory. 1 sudden I win card in Ral Storm Conduit. Ral's static ability states that whenever we cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, he deals 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. Kalamx copies the first instant we cast on a turn so long as he's tapped. So, to win the game out of nowhere, all we need to have is a sorcery on the stack, or an instant cast by an opponent, then cast a copy spell. Reverberate, for example. We cast Reverberate, triggering both Ral and Kalamx. The copy of Reverberate goes on the stack, and we choose the original Reverberate as the copy's target. This creates a new copy of Reverberate and goes on the stack, and we choose the original Reverberate as the copy's target. This creates a new copy of Reverberate, and this copy will target the copy. We then copy our copy with another copy, and so on and so forth, creating an infinite but deterministic stack of copies. Each copy we create triggers Ral, dealing 1 point of damage to one of our opponents. But the most fun I want to have with this deck is Arcane Bombardment combined with Thousand Year Storm. Yes, they do trigger off of each other. Sure, the weakness of Arcane Bombardment is that the spell it exiles and then copies are chosen at random. Good thing we have a bunch of delve effects in our deck. If Plow Under is the only card in our graveyard, then we're guaranteed to have it exiled under Arcane Bombardment. These 2 cards are why we're running Ethereal Usher in the deck. We transmute Ethereal Usher to find either one, and then proceed to have a lot of fun tormenting our opponents. Or we just win the game with Ancient Bronze Dragon and Sage of Hours. I really didn't want Cute Stuff to find out about this combo, but here we are. So long as we roll at least a 5 or higher when Ancient Bronze Dragon deals combat damage, we can take infinite turns. Yes, I know there's a chance we'll roll a 4 or less, but that's only a 20% chance. Rather, we have a 55% chance to roll a 10 or higher, which means the majority of the time, Sage of Hours will grant us 2 extra turns. Usually, when I build a Spellslinger deck, my goal is to win with a fun combo. This time, I wanted to build something mean. So if your group doesn't like mean decks, maybe skip this one. Do you have a Spellslinger deck? What about a Kalamx deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Damon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Sean, Mark, Borgie, Nazwin, Midge, Alex, Conga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, Austin, William, Pye, Turner, Triz, Kazera, Slack, Dan, Booksu, and Patrick. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.